Welcome into Browns All Access with Hue Jackson. I'm Bo Bishop. Bernie Kosar here as well. Look, Bernie, the Browns did not get the win over the Oakland Raiders. Painful loss, obviously. But did they find a starting quarterback up for the long haul in Baker Mayfield?
Well, I'm sporting my Pinktober tie for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And with the expectation of a nice charity like that, I know first and foremost, as me and you were talking off air, that it does come down at this point to the W's right now. And winning is paramount, and forthright, that's something we just have to accomplish right now. All that being said, Baker Mayfield, I really enjoyed the way he played in the game the other day. Yes, there were 4 turnovers. We could talk about that, which you have to in this game. But that being said, the electricity, the actual playmaking ability, and his sense of timing was significantly better than I would anticipate for generally any rookie.
Another rookie who had a big game, Nick Chubb. Didn't get a lot of carries, but what he did, he made Oakland pay with him. He's got a one cut and go that's a little bit of a difference maker.
Yeah, I've been laughing at the people that have tried to do the quick math on 3 carries for 105 yards, and they come up with all these numbers, what the average carry is. It's 35.
You went to a better school than me. I went to state school. I didn't know that.
I didn't say you messed it up. A lot of people come up, but 35 yards a carry. Of course you want to see more of that. I think it's really showing the depth of all 3 running backs, and Nick Chubb being a rookie coming in and making dominant plays like that obviously led to a very, very successful offense.
Nick Chubb certainly capitalized on his opportunities. That 63-yard touchdown run, the longest touchdown run by a Browns rookie since 2003, when Lee Suggs ran for 78 yards and a touchdown against the Bengals. Now let's take a look at Nick Chubb's first touchdown, and this week's film breakdown brought to you by Papa John's. All right, Coach, let's look at some plays from the Raiders game. Let's start with Nick Chubb. Had himself a bit of a day, and this kind of welcome to the NFL moment.
No, he did. We're running what we call 36 Georgia, which is a pull gap scheme for us, where we pull the guard and the backside tight end, and he's going to let those guys get out in front of him. And it's really interesting because we really should be double teaming. David is really wrong. So David has an assignment error, blocks the edge guy. He really should be coming down inside. Joel gets a little surprised by the 3 technique. He kicks him out. Orson leads up through the hole. We know he had tremendous speed, but, I mean, he really let it show right here. And obviously that's a hole big enough for all of us to run through. He did a great job of reading the play. It's well blocked by our offensive players. Great job by him, a little straight arm there. And again, the ability to finish the run, which I think is outstanding on his part, says a lot about him.
Then here's another one. This is our other rookie who made his debut, of course, one of them, Baker. And this is Jarvis. This is down inside. We got to get 6 here, and this is the way we go about the business.
Yes, we do. So, again, we're in a situation where we're showing them a real heavy offensive formation. Everything looks like pass. As you can see on their part, there's 10 guys, within the ball and where the ball is, and it's one-on-one on the outside. So the quarterback has the power of choice to make a decision what to do here. Either we run it, we kill it to a run, or we leave the pass on. Baker left the pass on, and I think it's a tremendous throw and catch, and just the execution, overall execution was outstanding, because where he has to lay this ball at the back pylon, he has to give obviously Jarvis an opportunity to work the defender and make him think that he's going to block him before he gets to the back pylon. And that Jarvis did a real good job, kind of walked off the line of scrimmage, had the guy watch the guy. The guy's going to kind of peek in the backfield. That's all we need. And as soon as Jarvis feels that, it's a take off and go. But the timing, as you can see, as he's running, he never looks for the ball. The ball's already in the air. So as the ball comes down, it's right over his shoulder, right in front of the pylon. We get 3 feet in, okay, and touchdown for the Cleveland Browns.
Well, Bernie, one thing is for certain. One draft can change the fortunes of the franchise. We hope that happens here with the Browns. Is there another team in the NFL that you can remember having this type of success that flipped a franchise in one draft?
Well, it is imperative. As we know in the NFL, there's turnover and transition every year. With the Browns, I think we had 60% turnover from the team last year. The average turnover is almost 35 to 40%. So youth is always constantly being reinvigorated into your team. It's imperative. I look at like the Saints with Alvin Kamara and Cleveland's own Marcus Lattimore last year, making a direct, immediate influence on that team in a positive way. And for us, our rookies this year, to have 3 Rookie of the Week winners in the first 4 weeks of the season definitely shows you that our guys are here to play.
Yeah, it certainly does. And we'll be back with more Browns All Access with Hue Jackson after this quick timeout. Baker Mayfield was mic'd up in his first NFL start, and Nick Chubb sits down with Dustin Fox to talk his transition from the University of Georgia to the NFL. Welcome back into Browns All Access with Hue Jackson, Bo Bishop, Bernie Kosar. Baker Mayfield certainly made all the throws, but how did he do intangibles, Bernie, in his first start against the Raiders?
Well, again, we had the loss, so I don't want to over-glorify it or over-be optimistic. That being said, I am extremely optimistic on it. He definitely showed from the intangible standpoint, and you'll hear from the mic'd up segments, how confident he is. And I'd love to see him just continue to be himself. Obviously, you want to get away from the four turnovers. That being said, the timing and what the Baltimore Ravens could do to you, there will be some quick opportunities for some intermediate big throws.
And for more on Baker Mayfield, here's this week's player personality presented by Fifth Third.
It's Browns football today, week number 4. A lot of it rides on the shoulders of Baker Mayfield. He's the guy. He's the starter here today.
Let's go. Part 1.
Been very happy with the fact that I'm getting practice reps and, going throughout the week for Oakland in preparation, actually getting reps with them, being around them during practice. It's just different when you're actually getting the reps with them. You can talk through certain things. You're not just sitting back and watching and learning. You're actually going through it, and I can give my input now. Just get a feel for how these guys are playing. Get comfortable for what a certain guy likes, how he needs to be talked to. We felt very comfortable going into the Raiders game, and each rep I get, hope to get better moving forward.
I have more Raiders fans than they do.
I'm not going to ask you if you're ready to go. I know you are.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yep.
Football is football, no matter the level you're at. People talk about the speed of the game and the NFL, it's going to change, but what they don't realize is as you play better defenses, you're also playing with better offenses. I have a bunch of great guys around me. I need to trust that, and I feel like if I show that, people can feed off that. There's an energy and there's a belief, and not just on the offensive side. The defense can kind of see that as well. Just making sure our whole team believes in it. That can take you a long way.
What do you say right here? We set this off right.
Let's get it.
Set the tempo on that edge right there.
Right to me?
Yeah.
That sound about right to me, sir.
Yeah.
In the backfield, Nick Chubb, the rookie out of Georgia, goes right side, 40, 45, 50. He stumbles a little bit to the 40. He's to the 30, 25, 20, 50, 10, 5, touchdown! Nick Chubb!
Hey, floodgates open now. Floodgates open.
Realizing I'm here for a reason. I still need to be that same confident guy they drafted me. I need to be that person that they thought they were drafting, and just translate it.
Hey, bust it wide open. Complete game takeover right here.
1st and 10, up by 2. Baker, play action fake. Look, shoulder fake. Looking down the middle for Fells. He caught it, and he's wide open. 10, 5, touchdown!
Woo!
49 yards!
Woo! Two. Got like a damn rocket on my right arm. Fit that thing in. Hey, where's Callaway? Callaway, big time on the X spot. That was huge. Great job. As he got the first down and set up that touchdown. Hey, listen up. Nobody has to step up. Just do your job the very best you can. That's all we need. We don't need anything else. They're not better than us. Do our f***ing job.
He turns, play action fake, lobs end zone, Landry up in the air, caught it, left corner, touchdown! Oh! Jarvis Landry!
Hell yeah, baby! Hell yeah! Reservations for 11 in the end zone. I'll see you there, all right? I need the ceviche trio.
Here's Mayfield giving, and the run by Nick Chubb. Chubb is to the 30, 25, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Nick Chubb!
Hey, sweet, I told you, buddy,
We've talked about it. We could very easily be 4-0, but the first quarter of the season is over and done with. Now it's about building, learning what we had happen in the first 4 games and moving forward. So We have to have a 1 week at a time mindset, a singular focus, very positive outlook on the rest of the season. And I think what some of our guys don't realize is we can go on a streak here and turn this thing around very quickly. And we're so close. It's just the little details that we have to make sure we fix. That's what I'm trying to focus on right now is we have to be fundamentally sound, be on the same page, and then from there we can grow. And I think this team can do a lot of great things.
Bernie, one thing for sure watching that, this moment was not too big for Baker Mayfield.
Oh, absolutely not. And what I really like about it is kind of that hidden, I call it genuine confidence. Yeah. That's not a contrived type thing. We used to have a phrase called F&E, false enthusiasm, false confidence. When you look at Baker and you see the tapes like that in his genuine settings, that's genuine stuff, and that comes across to players.
Yeah, just genuine, a natural leader. You can't teach it. It can be fraudulent if it's forced, and it's not.
Well, that's why we say false enthusiasm. Yeah. People players and coaches could tell when it's disingenuous.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Here's Allie with this week's Browns Social Minute presented by Giant Eagle.
What's up? I'm Allie Raymond, and this is your Social Minute where we show you the best of what happened on social media this week. Starting with a recap from last Sunday's game in Oakland. Tight ends David Njoku and Darren Fells did a little ode to Dragon Ball Z with their fusion dance touchdown celebration. Anime fans alike were celebrating across the globe to see one of their favorite moments from Dragon Ball Z play out on the national stage. The two have actually been practicing that dance move since training camp. Speaking of pop culture phenomenons, Justin Timberlake was in town this week, and Baker Mayfield and his fiancée had a little date night Tuesday night to see the singer perform at the Q Arena. Baker Mayfield is a well-known Justin Timberlake fan. He even has it in his Twitter bio. And lastly, it's October, and Myles Garrett is obviously in the spooky spirit. This week he uploaded on his Instagram account a little bit of October-themed Halloween poetry.
Living madness rules this place, and only death shall comfort your minds.
Hopefully Myles is giving Ravens quarterback Joe Flacco some nightmares before Sunday's game. I'm Allie Raymond, and this has been your Social Minute.
Coming up next, head coach Hue Jackson previews the matchup between the Browns and the Ravens, and rookie running back Nick Chubb breaks down his touchdown runs against the Raiders. Welcome back into Browns All Access with Hue Jackson, Bo Bishop, Bernie Kosar. Three talented backs. These are good problems to have, but at the same time, Bernie, you got to get them all involved. How do you think Todd Haley will go about doing it this week and as the season goes along?
Well, I think so far we've done an excellent job, and Coach Haley's done a fantastic job of getting three productive, good players involved, which is not easy to do, to get everybody as many carries as they probably want. When you look at the stats, of course, you see Chubb getting 105 yards on 3 carries. Why didn't he get the ball more? But Duke Johnson's playing fantastic on third downs. Carlos Hyde has scored a touchdown in every game this year. It's been great productivity. I think like the backup running backs, like the backup receivers, their abilities to play special teams is imperative, and not just be on special teams, but be productive players on special teams like they are on offense.
For more on our rookie tailback, who is certainly impressed last week against the Raiders, here's our good buddy Dustin Fox and Nick Chubb.
Dustin Fox here with Browns rookie running back, Nick Chubb. Nick, we are in October, which is kind of weird. We were just talking about this earlier today. It's like the football season's just flying by. How does it feel to you as a rookie?
Yeah, it is flying by, definitely. Thinking back to when I first got here, back to rookie orientation and to, during camp, and now we're here in October. It's like, where's time going, and season's rolling.
And we talked about, this will be week 5 coming up here, your 5th game as a pro. Do you feel like you've grown a lot? Has it been a tough transition going from being a college player to the National Football League as a rookie, and now here you played a bunch of games? How do you feel your development has been?
Yeah, it's been tough, just adjusting to the new game. And, for me back in Georgia, I was one of the premier backs getting the ball, a lot. And, here I kind of had to change my role a little bit, bigger on special teams, which, I've come to love special teams now. I was more excited about my tackles than my touchdowns, to be honest. So, just changing roles has been different for me, but, I'm enjoying every second of it.
50, 10, 5, touchdown! Nick Chubb! 63 yards!
We're going to break down a couple of these plays. I'm going to let you take the iPad
cool.
And take a look. And this is your first run.
Me, my first run, I mean, just a lot of nerves going to the first run, you know, first time in the game of running back, and just one of our, you know, bread and butter plays we always run.
Counterplay?
Yeah, it was a counter. I mean, it was just wide open. I mean, I was just following my fullback up in there. The hole was huge, man. I just hit it full speed. It was just wide open. Anyone could have hit this, man. And next play, kind of like a power play, one back power. Yeah, I mean, I just made something happen. Just a lot of stuff happening in my face. Just kind of bypassed it. Made a safety miss.
Touchdown, Nick Chubb! His second of the day!
What's the dynamic like between you guys, the running backs?
It's cool, you know. Definitely Carlos always starts it out for us, and I mean, just I feed off his energy. You know, he attacks the field. You know, he just had a chip on the shoulder. He plays so hard every game. I just kind of feed that off of him, and you know, dude just being so versatile, can do it all. And it's just amazing to have an opportunity to learn from both these two amazing players and just kind of get, you know, anything I can from them, just tips or advice and all those things.
All right, so we got the Ravens coming up here on Sunday. Thoughts on the Ravens? The Ravens off a big win against Pittsburgh. It's a divisional game. You're back at home with a chance to get back on the winning track.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to really study them up yet. You know, a quick turnaround, but just knowing of their history. As a kid, they've always been a great team. Had much success in the past, and you know they beat a good team, the Steelers, which we ended up, you know, drawing with. So I know they're going to be a great opponent, great challenge for us, but I know we're all up for it.
And got to be excited to get back in front of your home fans.
Oh, it's always great playing home. You know, having home field advantage, and got to get another win for the fans at home.
Bernie, it's early. Wins have to come, but at the same time, this has the makings of a complete offense where the two facets, the run game and the pass game, potentially benefit each other. Do you see those things starting to develop?
Excellent point, Bo. Right on task. I do better with these answers on the chalkboard
Right,
with this. But as you could see from the running game last week and all the cool things we're doing with the three backs, that we're putting a lot of duress on defenses. The Achilles heel of a defense is when, or as an offense, is when the defense knows what you're going to do. When you're able to run and pass, and definitely you're going to run, they're bringing that extra safety down in the box. The Ravens like to play split safeties coverage if they don't respect your running game. When they respect your running game, they never want you to run. That safety's coming in the box. The pressure is coming after you. One-on-one coverage outside. This should open up for Baker in his quick throwing game to Jarvis Landry, David Njoku, to take advantage of man coverage because we're running the ball.
Yeah, and it's critical around the league. You see it with the Saints and Drew Brees and Kamara. You see it with the Rams with Gurley and Goff. You see it with Mahomes. You see it everywhere. If you got a quarterback, get rid of the ball quickly, and you got running backs who can take advantage in the run game, you have a complete offense. Hopefully, we're on our way towards that, and we tend to think that we are. We'll be back with more All Access right after this quick timeout. How many Hall of Famers do the Cleveland Browns have in Canton's Pro Football Hall of Fame? Is the answer A, 14, B, 16, C, 19, D, 24? Find out the answer when Browns All Access returns. How many Hall of Famers do the Cleveland Browns have in Canton's Pro Football Hall of Fame? The answer is B, 16. Over the years, the Browns have produced 16 Hall of Famers, including Otto Graham, Lou Groza, and of course, Jim Brown. Those 16 Hall of Famers are the reason that the end zones at First Energy Stadium are painted with 16 stripes when the team wears their alternate color rush uniforms. Welcome back into Browns All Access with Hue Jackson, Bo Bishop, Bernie Kosar. It is Ravens week, of course. They're coming off a big win last Sunday night in Pittsburgh. What do the Browns have to do to get a critical win over the Ravens?
Okay, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here, but I really think the Ravens are ripe right now. You know, the Browns, us coming off of that loss last week, you can't help yourself as you're the Ravens thinking that it's the same old Browns. We're not the same old Browns. The Ravens, first place, feeling really good about themselves. Sunday Night TV put a beat down on the Pittsburgh Steelers, their competitive playoff rivalry, really the last decade. They have a chance to look past us this week, as incredible as that could be. With all that being said, I think our special teams has been the area of focus. John Harbaugh, special teams coach, the Ravens, #1 in the NFL with special teams. Our special teams have struggled. That is one of my keys to the game.
From the quarterback to the coach, here's Hue Jackson with the game preview. All right, Coach, it is rivalry week again. 3-1 Ravens in town. Get a win. What are the keys for you from your vantage point?
Well, obviously, I think on offense, we need to continue to get better. You know, we have to eliminate the turnovers that plagued us last week. We got to take care of the ball better, take care of our quarterback just as well. Continue to run the football as well as we can. Obviously, we had some uncharacteristic drop balls last week, so we have to clean all those things up on offense. On defense, we got to play better. You know, we've given up some rushing yards, some passing yards. Now, the offense put them in some tough situations last week to stop them from scoring. But at the same time, I mean, I think from a yardage production standpoint, we need to kind of slam the door a little bit on some teams. So we need to get better there. Special teams wise, we just need improvement. We need improvement all the way around. I was excited for our kicker. You know, this is the second week in a row he's been consistent, so at least that's not a worry. You know, we just got to tighten up some of our units, get better production out of them. And again, the good part about all this is we're playing home. You know, we're at home in front of our fans, in front of the dog pound. That's an exciting time for us, and we need to go out and get a victory.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, you just heard from the coach. Time to hear from the quarterback. Your predictions, Browns, Ravens, must win, has to be. Got to start stacking some wins.
Well, Marty Schottenheimer used to say it's not a must win until you're mathematically eliminated. That being said, I do put overly importance, especially on these division games. I know it was a tie against the Steelers. In reality, we still haven't had a loss within the division. Division games, if you want to get in the playoffs, you got to win. This is a good week to start.
Absolutely. I want to remind you guys, check out Kozar19.com. Bernie's got some great stuff there for you to check out. Also, check out Browns on the YouTube. All of the good video stuff, Building the Browns, it's all there. Check that out. Of course, the app and all of our social channels do that. We do appreciate it. For Bernie Kosar, I'm merely Bo Bishop. We'll see you next week.